Out again. Failing. This is terrible. When it's not a single person with a defensive quirk. Yeah, it's not a single guy that can like save them, man. Like I would imagine this guy should have some kind of defensive quirk. But nope, he's just like shit. I got like my boy Muscular's back. Being like 100 episodes now, what is back? It's not muscular. There we go. It's good. Yeah, this he's finally, yeah, because Spinner is like, Daddy! So he's like, I want... Ah, it's the waifu! Opais! Yeah, it's the new lady, the new antagonist. She was the criminal after all, makes sense. She's being nice and saving some more bad guy though, so she might be like I think she can be a sympathetic bad guy. Yeah, I did the One Piece thing. Yeah, what an episode. Everyone, it's going so bad for the heroes, right? It's going so bad for the heroes. They're like, they all died, right? Or they're all injured. The last fight, yeah, they're all lying in prison, you know, in the hospital. They're breaking the prison, right? And not a single person shows up and helps them out. Just free all the bad guys, man. The heroes are just completely getting owned this season, right? Yeah, it's been like continuing losing for the heroes. Like straight up, think about it, right? Obviously, you know, best wife of Miracle, right? Starts by obviously, you know, losing her, you know, body parts, right? You know, still didn't I mean, and the Miracle fight was amazing, right? But she didn't actually manage to, of course, stop them for real. I mean, she kind of lowered his power, right? But she didn't actually stop them, right? And that's kind of, that was the whole first part, right? Yeah, every character comes in and they die or they lose like a body part, whatever, right? And now it's like, now all the bags are free too. So it's they're really losing, I feel, every part. So of course they're gonna turn it on eventually, but man, it's a very dark season. Very dark. But also one is why it's a good season, right? Yeah, because it's really interesting to see. But like I said in Reaction Part though, I mean, of course it reminds me a lot of, you know, Marvel, right? Or Spider-Man and mostly, but Vengeance all right. In the sense that this prison Tartaros was very much the raft, right? In Marvel, you have this like prison outside the city. It's some kind of island, right? With a lot of defense stuff, blah blah, so on, yeah. And like I said in the Reaction Part, it is a very common trope, right? I feel in this hero, these TS values, right? That they kind of cyclic, you know, free all the bad guys. Yeah. At least in this anime happens once so far, but yeah, in Marvel is the one. It's like every 10 years, like, oh, yeah, prison break, all the bad guys are free again. You're outside again. We need to, like, you know, they like loop that, right? Yeah, they need to be able to like, set those guys free again, right? So you can fight them again, right? But coming to that then, obviously the new waifu, right? Yeah, the new evil waifu that seems to be, again, I keep saying, right, the antagonist for this season, I'll give you the opening, right? She was the prisoner. And obviously I confirm she's evil, right? I mean, I guess she might be innocent in prison, but let's assume she's evil, right? She was a prison, she's a criminal, and she's free, right? So, yeah, I mean, that's how she got out again, I guess, and probably gonna see her maybe next episode, 2 episodes from now. Because, again, she feels like she's more focused on... I just don't think that they're gonna fight, you know, Shigaraki or, you know, the real body or both of them, whatever, right now, right? Maybe, but I'm just like, if that happens, if they go and fight these guys immediately, or, you know, close to this episode, I think it'd be kind of boring, since we just had this really long fight against them, right? Last season, right? Or last core or whatever. Before the Christmas, yeah, we had this long fight against them. So I don't think it's gonna happen, right? You know, I think it might be the end of this season, but I would imagine they're gonna fight this like next season, right? Like yeah, season 7, right? Straight up. Is Mom back? There must be Mom. There must be Mom. He was like, get shocked face. Mom must be finally out of her. That says Mom. Mom, right? It has to be Mom! It's like surprise Pikachu face! It has to be Mom. I'm getting goosebumps, right? It has to be that Mom comes back, right? It has to be that Mom comes back! It was like, what? And it's like, it has to be Mommy, right? It has to be Mom. Find out, she got some kind of like, she's like, oh my god, my husband, my son is alive! Yeah, it has to be Mom. And the teaser got, because the ending is just when the episode ends, they show Mom up here. Mom come in there. But we didn't see Mom, damn it. Yeah, we didn't get to see her. Oh, that tease that was. Yeah, we saw Todoroki's face. He was doing that surprise Pikachu face, right? He was doing a surprise Pikachu face. I was already getting goosebumps, like, oh my god, it's gonna be mom! And then it's like, oh, we cut out ending. It's like, come on, man. But it has to be mom, right? Definitely. Like I said in the reaction, right? It has to be the mom. You know, she watched the TV, right, for every reason. And of course, she saw the Dabi dance, right? Then when she saw that, she's like, oh my god, my oldest son is alive, right? That alone probably triggered her to be like, what? I'm gonna go talk to my husband or whatever, yeah. that alone probably was like, what the hell? Then she wanted to leave, right? So, and then of course seeing her, or is they married for a minute? I think they are, right? Yeah, her husband and opposite son fighting and so on. Honestly, yeah, is she still married to Endeavour? Wouldn't surprise me if they actually are still married, though. I mean, obviously they don't really like, yeah, they don't really hang out together. But I don't think he divorced her, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but wouldn't surprise me if Endeavour never actually divorced her to keep it secret, So he probably is like put it in mental or whatever, right? And never actually, probably not. I don't think they ever confirmed it. But whatever, I get my point. She probably felt a strong need to be like, what the hell? I need to talk to my husband or ex-husband, whatever, but probably husband, right? Still, and so on. So that has to be her coming in there with obviously her other kids, right? Definitely. But since we got teased though, they didn't show it. No, ends with his surprise Pikachu face. And then we see Aizawa Sensei. He lost a leg, which I think is gonna make him stronger. He's gonna come back with a kind of mechanical cyborg leg, right? And he's gonna be like, haha, I can shoot stuff now or something. He's obviously gonna get like a. This feels like this anime world. I mean, if you lose a body part, it is a little bit like that for Battle Alchemist. Oh, I just got like a mechanical replacement with like weapon in. Yeah, you just get like an arm that can shoot stuff. It doesn't really feel like a massive necessary of a lose. Depends on what powers you have, right? But for a guy like Aizawa that doesn't really have like a physical power, I mean, his powers is like, I can stop your power with my eyes, right? If he got blind, that would be a massive lose, right? But I don't know. And we have seen Eri can fix, You see Eri, of course, fixing Senpai, so him getting shot by, the anti-quirk bulleting is irrelevant, right? She can fix that now, right? So that's what doesn't matter. So he should have his powers. He should get his eye powers back, right? So yeah, I think he's gonna get stronger from that. Yeah, he's gonna get some kind of weird, weaponized leg, right, and be like, oh yeah, He's gonna get a weapon. Definitely. And then it ends with like best JEANIST and Hawk being like, we're gonna take them all out, right? Yeah, they're gonna drive around. They're driving around like set up in a Batmobile. Like, we're gonna go around here and capture all the noobs. But I wish that I think it was a little strange, right? I mean, again, yeah, the prison went fast. They kind of go there, type the roast, they break in, right? EMP stuff, blah blah blah. But it felt two things I didn't like. One thing, right? Again, yes, sure. Endeavour, so on, they're all in hospital, right? But I feel some heroes should have been like, oh, it's a prison break. It should be like massive alarms, right? I should probably get over there. Yeah, like not a single person appeared to come and help them. That to me felt a little bit. I don't buy that. That's a bit weird. I mean, I'm not saying that Endeavour he's obviously in hospital, right? But the other person could have gone there. Yeah, someone else that's weaker as well. But still, like, why didn't anyone go there? And I also feel that I don't know. I feel the prison Tataros, right, should have had more quirk users. Yeah, they had like these two giant guys, right, with like 6 arms, 8 arms, whatever. And they were like, Anarchy, let's go. We got the guys that were cool, but then they were just guards. Not a single person was like, oh, I can shoot fireballs, or I can like cement, I can like control the walls and just crush you guys or whatever. Yeah, I honestly expect someone to have, like a prison power, right, so to speak, that is useful specifically for guarding this the highest security prison on the planet kind of thing. I expect someone to be like, I got a quirk for this location, right? Like, for example, then I can bend metal like Magneto. I can control the rooms inside this place, or I can maybe control water. And we're on this, a tiny island. So I can like drown everyone or something. I can use submerge the whole place. It feels like someone should have like a counter quirk to being attacked in the prison, because that I expect would be a good job to have. Oh, we get this guy here, he got a perfect quirk used for this location, right? Because I mean, many quirks might not be very useful, right? If you're out running around fighting bad guys or whatever at every location, right? But if you have like a very specific prison location, this secret prison over here, blah blah blah, you could probably find someone who has a very useful quirk used for that place, right? So I'm a little bit like, why wasn't there someone with a very specific like, I can bend this shit and just crush everyone inside the prison? That's what I expected. Someone at least to be a little more. He just went in there and just owned them. Yeah, he just went in there and smooped game them and just like, okay, free everyone. A little bit like someone should have like some defense, I would say. Anyway, guys. We got scraps up and so on. And so you guys said the video called Saturday is the anime day of season right there. Because where's Nagant and so on, right? So yeah, this Saturday